Picture ancient Sodom, a city that's become synonymous with sin and divine punishment. But here's the thing. What if I told you we've been focusing on just one part of a much bigger story? You see, while most people immediately think of sexual immorality when they hear Sodom, the reality is far more complex and, honestly, far more relevant to our world today. But before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to help us grow our channel. Let's dig deeper into what the ancient texts actually tell us. In Ezekiel, there's this fascinating passage that describes Sodom as arrogant, overfed, and unconcerned. Sound familiar? It's like looking in a mirror of our modern society, isn't it? The city was wealthy, prosperous, and absolutely full of itself. But here's where it gets really interesting. The prophet points out that despite their abundance, the people of Sodom did not help the poor and needy. They had everything they could want, yet they turned their backs on those who needed help. It's a bit like walking past a homeless person while carrying bags full of shopping, pretending not to see them. The sin of inhospitality in Sodom wasn't just about being rude to guests. In ancient Near Eastern culture, hospitality was sacred. It was about protecting the vulnerable, sharing your resources, and showing basic human dignity to strangers. The people of Sodom didn't just fail at this, they actively violated these principles. You know what's really striking? When you look at the story through this lens, it becomes less about condemning specific acts and more about understanding how societies can rot from within. Pride leads to arrogance. Arrogance leads to indifference, and indifference leads to cruelty. Think about it. When was the last time you saw someone in need and thought, someone else will help them? That's the spirit of Sodom right there. It's not just about what we do wrong. It's about what we fail to do right. The destruction of Sodom wasn't just about punishing sin. It was a warning about what happens when a society loses its moral compass, when we become so focused on our own comfort that we lose sight of our responsibility to others. So maybe the real lesson of Sodom isn't what we've always thought. Maybe it's a wake-up call about how we treat each other, about the dangers of excess and indifference, and about what truly makes a society worth saving. Because in the end, the greatest sin of Sodom might not have been what they did, but what they failed to do. Show compassion, help others, and remember that we're all in this together. And that's a lesson that's just as important today as it was thousands of years ago, perhaps even more so. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help us grow our channel. Thank you for watching, and ring that bell to receive notification on new videos.